Picture this. You're 23, Hollywood's brightest new star, and Disney just gave you the keys to its oldest fairy tale kingdom. 12 months later, that kingdom is burning, the drawbridge is up, and your name is trending next to the word boycott. What happened to Rachel Zegler? Buckle up, because this isn't a bedtime story. It's the cautionary tale of how a meteoric rise can plummet faster than a poison apple hitting the forest floor. When Steven Spielberg plucked an unknown New Jersey teenager from YouTube cover videos to headline West Side Story, the industry called it a Cinderella casting. Overnight, Zegler's life transformed into premieres, private jets, and award-season gowns. Disney moved quickly, slotting her as the live-action Snow White, the first Latina actress to embody the original Disney princess, a move celebrated as historic in 2022 press releases. Critics predicted a billion-dollar future. They weren't wrong about the billions. They simply misread the direction the money would flow. Hollywood loves representation until it fears backlash for mishandling it. Early in 2023, anonymous insiders leaked that studio lawyers asked Zegler to submit additional documentation confirming her Colombian heritage before press photography. She reportedly called the request insulting gatekeeping and, in an ill-timed live stream, compared it to border control interrogations. The moment went viral, igniting debates about authenticity tests versus colorism in casting. Instead of a dazzling rollout, the film arrived dragging a culture war anchor. If only that had been the last controversy. Disney's Snow White remake was always going to tweak the 1937 classic, but its changes played like a checklist for outraged pundits. Gone were the dwarfs, rebranded as 7 CGI magical beings. Disability rights advocates felt erased, while actor Peter Dinklage blasted the studio for recycling backwards tropes even in their corrections. Meanwhile, Disney ballooned the budget past $250 million, the cost of 3 animated originals, confident nostalgia would salvage any PR bruises. If you watched even one clip from that junket, you felt it. The nervous laughter when Zegler called the prince a borderline stalker. The eye roll as she dubbed the 1937 script embarrassingly outdated. The viral soundbite. Dreaming about true love? That's creepy. Traditional fans recoiled. Conservative commentators feasted. Progressive allies winced at the tone. Within hours, dislike counters on reaction videos skyrocketed. Disney's marketing team axed open mic panels, restricted her social media, and trimmed the premiere guest list by half. But social media doesn't do silence. It fills gaps with memes, and every meme carried a poisoned apple. If the public uproar sounded bad, the on-set tension was worse. Snow White pitted 2 outspoken actresses with opposite politics on the same soundstage. Gal Gadot, a proud Israeli veteran, played the evil queen. Zegler posted Free Palestine infographics between takes. Crew sources described lunch breaks where conversations froze if the Middle East surfaced. Reshoots were scheduled so their call times rarely overlapped. Disney barred political questions in interviews. Variety called the silence deafening. Even Vanity Fair's puff piece writer admitted the atmosphere felt like negotiating a ceasefire. With tension boiling behind the apples and sparkles facade, the only question left was, would audiences still show up? They didn't. On opening weekend, Snow White posted $46 million domestic, less than half the studio's conservative forecast. International markets fared worse, dragged by boycott hashtags and lukewarm reviews describing a glossy lecture. Final global tally, about $200 million. Accounting for marketing, insiders estimate a $210 million budget, enough to derail at least one Disney sequel in development. Investors questioned Bob Iger on the Q2 call. He dodged specifics, citing content headwinds. Translation: we bet on a star who torched her own fan base, and now we're weighing the ashes. But corporate spreadsheets only tell part of the damage. By late 2024, the phrase Z clause floated around casting agencies, an unconfirmed but oft-repeated stipulation that projects involving her could terminate if public sentiment turned hostile. One anonymous showrunner told The Wrap she charges A-list quotes but carries C-list risk. A Netflix limited series quietly recast its female lead after scheduling conflicts. Whether coincidence or consequence, the pattern hinted at a chilling reality. Hollywood forgives almost anything except the sin of scaring away ticket buyers. April 30th, 2025. A modest press release announces She Gets It From Me, an indie dramedy about mother-daughter estrangement. Budget, under $20 million. Director, Julia von Heinz, known for intimate German dramas, not billion-dollar IP. Co-star Marisa Tomei, who jokingly quipped she'd play anyone's mother if the script sings. Trade blogs frame the project as Zegler's Robert Downey-style reset. Whether critics will grant redemption or relish another downfall remains unwritten. Yet the first weekend in Sundance 2026 will decide if Hollywood's doors reopen or stay bolted. Fairy tales teach that mirrors speak truths. For Rachel Zegler, that mirror is the global audience. Millions of smartphones reflecting every word, every tweet, every side-eye. Talent got her the audition. Attitude wrote the headlines. Algorithms amplified the fallout. Hollywood can manufacture blockbusters, but it can't algorithm away arrogance. If Zegler's story proves anything, it's this. Gratitude is the most underrated special effect, and ego is the quickest way to roll credits on your own fairy tale. So the next time a studio crowns a new princess, remember, a crown is light, but public opinion weighs tons. Will Rachel Zegler lift it again, or will someone else step into the glass slippers? That, dear viewers, is a sequel the internet can't wait to stream.